Back up my Pontiff Knight Curve Sword. So, hello and welcome back. Last time I realized after the stream that things were a little too quiet, so I turned our audio up a little. I might turn it up a little bit more. Hopefully it's not going to drown anything out. Or actually, you know what I can do? I'm going to make my mic volume a little bit more quiet. I think the sound volume here is fine. And Jay was okay too, 'cause I think it might just be my microphone level. So probably around here, I think we'll be fine. Whatever. It's very sensitive, this new microphone that I have, so I think it'll pick up most, anything important. But I can probably safely turn it down a bit from what it was last night and still be fairly audible. So I'm not worried about my voice, I'm just worried about the game picking up now. It's usually the opposite. It'd be worse if you couldn't hear me the whole time, but Jay was a little faint last night, so. Yeah. And also, too, the in-game music, I think, was very quiet, so that was kind of missing from the experience. Now, the reason I'm back in this dreadful place is because, from what I understand, there was something that I missed, possibly. I'm not sure what or where. But I read up on some things that you can access, and I would like to see if I can access them. So I don't know, in one case it might be I've already found it, and I'm just, not recognizing what they were describing. But I think there might be something that I've missed. You know what, yeah, it has to be something that I've missed, because there's one pyromancy in the DLC, and I haven't obtained it. And I remember it's a very specific animation. I'm pretty dang sure I didn't pick it up, so we'll find out. But yeah, there may be a little extra section. Probably not a huge spot, but enough to be significant. So this will be, I guess, the additional content to be added to our initial explorations, or I don't know what. I don't know how to put it, but just finding stuff that we didn't catch last time, stuff we missed. Just overcomplicating the hell out of that, but yeah. Let's see. This may very well be it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So there is Crystal Lizard. I think that's the first time a Crystal Lizard has ever done damage to me. Literally just fell on me. Alright, so there's a second lizard. There's a big empty room here. Oh, come on. Get back here! There we go. At least we got some Twinkling Titanite. That's good. Makes everything worth it. So, big open room in here. It's coming out the bottom of the chapel crypt, I guess. I read they were describing this as a crypt on the article that I read, so makes sense, Alright. So... Oh! Ho ho! Well, that makes sense. What was the thing that I have to get then, though? Because this is where we came from earlier, wasn't it? This is where we were fighting that one dude? Or maybe this is one level up from that. It's down here. I don't know. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I think this is significant. Gotta check this out. Make sure we look out for any item spots we might have missed. Most importantly. Yeah, actually this seems... I mean, same general area, but it seems like a separate section that we're traversing right now. So I guess... Oh! Fuck! Oh, wait, was that... Was it down there? I don't know. Whatever. So there's this. This is like the significant one. And then there's one other thing that I was looking at. Let's make sure we're live. We are. Good. Let me make sure the chat up so I can see what's going on. Okay. Another go at it. Oh, to mention some stuff that I did in between last stream and now, I did kill the alpha wolf, the big old wolf, in one of the initial areas. Not the first one, but the second one that that Jay and I ended up on when we were co-oping through his game. So I actually, oh boy, I actually did get a reward from it. I asked Jay after we defeated it if it gives you anything if you kill it early like that, and it actually does. It's nothing significant, it's nothing unique, but if you manage to kill the alpha wolf early in either location, I think, or at least I only had to kill it that when I killed it in the second spot, it didn't reappear in the first spot, so I guess it retreats to its boss area so that you can fight it there. But anyways, you know, for going through the trouble of fighting it, you get like 3 large Titanite shards, which, being on New Game Plus as I am, isn't really... didn't blow my mind, but I did want to mention it just to say, you know, if you do take out the wolf, then they do reward you properly for your efforts. Well, properly is maybe subjective. on you know, a New Game file, maybe? Although even then, I think you'd want to be a little higher level before you start this, so maybe not. But, hey, you know, whatever. It's at least a recognition of, hey, good job, you killed the thing. Now get ready to kill it again later. But even crazier. Oh, this is so very Great Hollow. That is really cool. Wow. Yeah, I have to say I'm really impressed with how they put this world together. Even just in a single area, you know, crafting this DLC from shows time and time again how good they are at just making these worlds that from afar just seem so complex and they just weave together so naturally. You know, gotta love it. And this is actually, holy shit, take the plunge. I'm gonna guess taking the plunge is not a good decision right this moment, but let's see what this is. Homeward Bone and a Pyromancer's Parting Flame. Ah, stop it. Let's see what the Parting Flame's all about. So it's a new pyromancy glove, basically. The pyromancy flame of livid pyromancer Dunnel that attracts the echoes of death. When Dunnel lost his hideous spouse, he gave his own pyromancy flame... Well, that was very nice. He gave his own pyromancy flame as an offering, which transformed into a parting flame. Not long after, Dunnel became a mad spirit, damned to wander the lands. So, parting flame, release store of death echoes to gain a modest dose of Estus. By death echoes, do they mean souls? I'm really curious to try this thing out now. But it looks like it takes 13 wisdom. Which I'm not... My character is not very intelligent. He's not very smart, so... Yeah. I can make the motion, but it's not actually going to do anything. Because I don't have the proper stats allocated for it. So at least I can deliver my Shakespeare soliloquy and look very tragic as I do so. Great, okay. Let's read message. Try jumping off. You know, I was thinking that, but I don't know. Let there be armor. So, I am doing things again. Hey, Sai. Welcome to stream. And Phoenix Tears, welcome as well. At least I'm streaming at a reasonable time. I'm sorry. It came out, and I got all excited, and then I overextended myself a little bit too much. Death Echoes are basically a counter. After 10 enemies, you can restore an Estus. Ah, how smart is that? I really want to make a Pyromancer character now. Actually, my... the horror file, he could definitely use the Pyromancer's Parting Flame. And I think I've been using Pyromancies with him anyways, so this will be a really nice little extra thing to have, and that'll give him a little more staying power. So I'm happy with that. That's pretty cool. Okay. So that's that, but there is one more thing I recall was said about this section, and that's that if you are embered, you are in fact invaded by the livid pyromancer himself, Donald. I wonder who it's referring to in terms of his wife, his spouse. They were saying about her being, I don't know if deformed or just not very attractive. It wasn't very polite, I'll say that much, but it made me think in my head of Kirk and the Fair Lady, but I don't know if that's valid at all. I don't know if they really have followed that stuff up pretty much. Oh boy. This is pretty fun though. I like this little arena. Why isn't this the PvP arena, you know? That's really what they would, you know, optimally need. They should just keep PvP as being like, I don't know. They should allow for some arenas to warp to, you know? Maybe places that are kind of out of the way, that are like very picturesque and valid for PvP encounters, but, you know. Am I making any sense? I just mean like, if there was a lobby and it just warped you to all the best, you know, best of PvP arenas that aren't just like Pontiffs. You could get, you know, you can get boss arenas, or you could do, I don't know. Here I'm talking, and I haven't even accessed the PvP aspect of the DLC, so we'll see. I don't know if I'll be happy with the arena or not. I know there's been a lot of people who are kind of hit or miss with the location being kind of this very slanted, like, it's basically the last boss arena from what I saw. So I mean, you know, and that's a good spot for it, definitely, or one of them. But it would be cool to have like a very simple dueling arena like this, or I like the way they did in 2 with the arenas. You had like 2 or 3 different possible places that you could end up at. And there you didn't even have any control over, it was just kind of, you know, the game would cycle it for you. Oh, was he trying to use his weapon art? Well, too bad for you. Was he using the Bloodlust? Floating Chaos. Because if he was using the Bloodlust, I mean, you know, could have a little... have a little who can stab themselves more duel. It's a battle of attrition. Summons fire-spitting Chaos Orb. So, Pyromancer Dunnel was fascinated by this ceremonial art employed by the clerics of the Smoldering Lake. So it's going into the Smoldering Lake then. Summons a fire-spitting Chaos Orb. Chaos burns away in the blink of an eye, but was the primordial life, born in the bed of chaos, and a grievous symbol of Izalith's sin. So, a little mention of Izalith in the bed of chaos. What was the other thing, though? It's his glove. His hideous spouse. Like, come on. Whoa. Could that be maybe a firekeeper, since I guess some of them are warped by their humanity? Could be the Fair Lady, or one of the Sisters of Izalith, since most of them were deformed. Turned into spider chicks. Monster ladies. But, I don't know. And this is the other boss. The optional boss, I guess. That's how you get to the PvP from what I read. Okay, so this was one thing. You know what? Just for old time's sake, I'm gonna do it. I know it's gonna kill me, but I don't care. Here we go. Take the plunge. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind! Oh, goodness. I want a PvP ghetto. That's what I want. You got both Salt and Sanctuary and Darkest Dungeon recently. Nice. Darkest Dungeon was hard for me to stay into, but... Astics of Ariandel. Oh, Sully. Sully, please. Baby, please. Gooby plus. Both are really good, but with Salt and Sanctuary I need to get a controller because my roll button is currently left control. Yeah, that doesn't sound preferable. Yeah, Salt really, I think, lends itself to having a controller. I haven't played without a controller because I got it on PS4, so that's kind of my only option, but I can definitely see it being difficult with keyboard layout. Especially with that keyboard layout, that doesn't sound right compared to console version. I'm pretty sure you do, like... I don't know, is it? It's one of the shoulder buttons. I think it's the right shoulder button, like R2, but maybe it's left? I don't know. So let's get our souls back unless we die on our way down. Oh god, that is so douchey. It's another example of geometry, like, really wanting to screw you while you're trying to do platforming in a Souls game. Because that one little kind of hump that there is, it actually pushes you as you fall off it. So unless you come from, like, if you angle it right, then you can mostly avoid it. But if you're trying to get off a way that looks like it's going to be the safest for you to land straight on, if you fall just, you know, one way instead of kind of tilted diagonally, it's just deceiving, you know? It's like, oh, I'll be fine, and then suddenly you plunge to your doom. So actually, you know, I kind of wasted an ember throwing myself to my death there, but it will transition well into the next thing I wanted to explore, which is crow quills are life. The crow quills are pretty awesome. Yeah, just the crow stuff in general. Except for the crows, the Corvian Knights themselves. Those things terrify me and will never not terrify me. I don't know. Maybe if I fight them on New Game, I'll be a little less not okay with them. But as of currently, I'm just like, oh dear God. I don't even want to, you know, initiate with them anymore. I just want to run right past them. And actually, I was thinking about that. I'll probably do another playthrough with the horror just for fun. And I think when we do that, if I don't solo the bosses on this file, then I'll definitely solo them with the horror. But yeah, what was I saying? Right, so down in the Corvian settlement, actually, in the church, there's something I was unaware of, but it does something very interesting. And I don't know off the top of my head what the lore might mean in regards to this, but you'll see when we get there. It's kind of an interesting little trick. Yeah, that's all I'll say on it. It's just we'll get to it soon enough here. Wait, did I go the wrong way? Oh, I totally went the wrong way. Because that's the illusory wall. So yeah, that's actually like a twofer. This was an illusory wall, and then down there was the other illusory wall, which leads to, I guess, the game's only NPC invasion. You could count, oh god, what the heck's his name? I forgot now. Wilhelm. It's like Wilhelm, but Wilhelm. But, Wilhelm... Oh. Did I not bring this one down? Finding even more shortcuts. Look at me. That's kind of interesting, too. The tree itself is rotted by, whatever this stuff is. That's pretty It's pretty eerie. But Wilhelm technically is an invader, but I think more accurate term would just be he's, you know, in a hostile NPC encounter. He doesn't want you to be there. That's another thing when we play through on the horror. You can cross that bridge. I didn't realize, but you can cross that bridge. The rickety bridge leading to the chapel, you can cross it immediately. And I was being cautious at the time, but now that I know, I actually missed... When I was going with Jay, we missed... Or I missed, sorry, dialogue with Wilhelm before he turns hostile on you, and also you can talk to Frida early, so... Or as soon as you reach that part of the DLC, so... Gotta check that out. That's weird. Who's making stepping noises here? It sounds like right out the back. What is around the back of the chapel, anyways? I know there's a tree. There's this tree here. Somebody died. Oh, maybe that's the guy going on a rampage. No, there's nothing here. Hey, baby. Let me through. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody was stepping around back there, though. What do you think it could be? Somebody weeping? Oh, that was the tree. I'm pretty sure the weeping would be the tree. Damn trees crying all the time. The weeping willows. Am I hitting it? What's up with that? I might not be hitting anything, I'm just... That's really weird that the collision effect looks like I'm hitting something that's all snowy. See, usually you'd get sparks, but on this outside wall you get... how funny is that? See, even back here. Somebody is walking around up here. It could just be the followers, maybe? I don't know, I'm just trying to, like... I'm trying to echolocate everything. No, that's not accurate. I think it is just their footsteps. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Whatever. It's so... so unrelated. Doesn't even matter. Ornstein, Smo. What are you guys talking about? You were hitting a Corbian Voldo through the wall till he wall hacked and jumped at you. Oh god. Oh, you mean the Freddy Krueger enemies? Follower Saber is actually your new favorite weapon of choice, one arm. Yeah, I upgraded it to +9, and it's doing better damage than anything else I have. And on top of that, this crazy thing can be buffed. So that, more than anything, is really getting me inclined to want to start using it. But I don't know. I don't want to forsake my Pontiff Knight curved sword just for stats. And even if being able to buff the thing is really cool, but yeah, so I don't know though. I've heard this is a very well liked weapon. I mean, in general, I think curved swords have become they've gotten quite a reputation. You know, for better or worse. People definitely have emotions about them. Oh. Yes! Wow. Okay. So, I think the crows aren't so bad. I mean, in terms of damage they do, they're scary, but I think they don't have that much in the way of, health. So as long as they're not dodging a million times and making life very difficult for you. Like that. Oh my god. Oh my god! Their armor kind of reminds me of the Outrider Knights, actually, now that I'm looking at them. Oh yeah, I did pick up while I was fighting some of the followers, I picked up a follower helm. So I guess that's an armor set I'm gonna want to grind out. Because I have everything else, pretty much. In terms of just completion for this game. I mean, all of the Dark Souls games I try as hard as I can. I think the only things I never got in Dark Souls 2 were the upgraded rings for getting like 500 PvP kills, because I don't know. I don't play the games primarily for the PvP. I love the PvP. I love being invaded and occasionally doing a duel here and there, but I just don't want to do 500 consecutive wins even. It's not just 500 in general. So you have to win, and if you lose points towards that, which I just think that's a little too over the top competitive. I'm not about that. Quality, what's up? Hey, Link. Hey, Link. It's like Link to... Oh, no, is Link to Link Gamer too formal? I'll just say Link. Wait, I'm already halfway through. that was what was going through my head as I stumbled over my words there. You go Civil War Cavalier. Fashion with the silvered set. The silvered set. Wait. Oh. Did I miss a call? No, I didn't. Got an email. Okay. Thanks for the coupons, Walgreens. Okay. Just see that in the corner. Yeah, I'll stay out of that. That's good. They're having fun. Oh boy. Okay, Voldo. Yep. Oh, I could have parried him, or riposted him there, I mean. I guess it's not truly a riposte if I didn't parry him first. It's just a critical, visceral counter. Oh god, he's so muscly and gross. And the helmets they wear are also a little unnerving. So are the Corvian Knights, like... Are they wearing helmets? Oh, fuck. God. Same way as last time. Oh, damn! Basically the same way as last time, yeah. God. The Corvian, or the Crowquill is just nasty. Jeez. I talked with, Homer. I talked with him about, what's it called? About the Dynasty Warriors series, or just kind of that game and all of its related spin-offs in general. We talked about Samurai Warriors, and the only one I've really played to any extent now, and that I own, because I was trying to get into the series at least, like, in my free time, just to have something mindless to play. I got the Hyrule Warriors on the DS, the 3DS, and it runs really slowly on my 3DS, because it's really, I think that it was really made for the new 3DS hardware, so kind of stuck on that one. This is interesting. Oh, okay. No longer interesting, just scary. I love that. He just spread his arms out. Beautiful technique. But yeah, we were talking about that, and just... I guess it wasn't exactly what I was expecting, Hyrule Warriors. I think there's There's a lot of babysitting with those games, and not... Fuck, I lost all my souls. Not as much freedom as I thought there would be. My god! Why? It's so crazy. They're just so angry and out of control. Oh well. But yeah, I occasionally will watch, like, Kame's, BS, Game Center BS stuff, which is pretty fun. And I was on there all those months ago. I was on there with them and just riffing on stuff. But, he linked me, I guess they were doing something tonight. They might still be doing something, but I wanted to finish up this DLC, so... He was just saying they were playing a bunch of shitty games. It's the last I heard from Homer today. Maybe this will help a little. Alright. Come on, Voldo. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa! Oh! Whoa! It never stops! It really just feels like endless. It's hard to get a shot in on them. Because before they've even, you know, before you've even recovered from one thing, they're right back into smacking you with stuff. I think I only lost like 40,000, and I don't really have anything to buy on this character, so... Ow. I'm not too upset in those terms. Fuck! Ah! It's always this asshole. The Voldo one, I mean, he killed me last time, but... He's not that bad. It's just, this one is really, really mean and nasty, though. Oh, god damn it. Samurai Showdown. Samurai Showdown is a cool series. I didn't play the later ones, but I just know some of the mechanics related in them are pretty neat as fighting games go. They had like some insta-kill stuff, which other than Guilty Gear, I can't think of a lot of fighters that do that exactly. Unless there's like ring outs and the like. But yeah, some really cool stuff in that series. There's an arcade near us. It was like a very small place, and they were only open certain times, and you had to pay like a bulk sum rather than like quarter on a machine. So it's a bit of a weird spot, and I think they're not there anymore. Like, they moved, and then they moved back to another location. But, they had Samurai Showdown 3, I think. And that was one of the cool ones. One of the cooler entries, because I think that might have been the one that introduced the whole insta-death and the parries and some other fun things. Fuck! Whoa! If you couldn't catch that with the camera getting a little funky as he jumped there, I dodged to miss the first shot, and before I had any stamina left to get another roll in, he just pancaked me. I just dead, flattened on the ground. So bad. Any ideas on what the puppet statue behind Father Ariandel was? I have not been able to look at it up close, and the reason is, I haven't beaten them on my worlds. We beat them on Jay's world, but I was sent back immediately after the fight, so I couldn't get a close look at it. But I did notice it during the fight, and I was like, what the heck is that? Like, I do want to check that out. I think I was just too tired at the time to really ask the questions, and, you know, definitely once we finish it on my game, I will check that out. Oh boy, Ellie's calling me. Let me see if I can do this. Oh god. Hi. I'm being massacred by Crow Freddy Krueger. Yeah, good. Yep. I am. I'm sorry. Oh, I'd like to do those things another day. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Dang. Yeah, it's really upsetting. These crow people are scary. No! that is literally... Oh, fuck. Okay, I love you. Alright, bye. Bye. Oh my god, it was so close. Well, it wasn't that close, but... You were playing Guilty Gear at a semi-competent level as Slayer and Johnny. Slayer is like the funky... He's got like the weird hairdo, but he's like a fine gentleman vampire dude. I played him a little bit in, I don't even want to try and pronounce... I think it's like Guiltier XX, Accent Core, whatever. It's the one that went on Steam. I mean, okay, actually, a couple of them have gone on Steam. That one, you know, double X one, I guess. But he's pretty fun in that. I actually really like Cliff, though. I think Cliff was the main guy who I was playing when I was playing Guilty Gear. I just want to show one thing off. That is all I want to do. I'm actually a little fuck! I couldn't move out of there. He cornered me. God damn it. You know why? Because I was trying to go outside, but the door hugged me in there. Fuck. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, I'm gonna die like a million times to these stupid crows. I miss our first foray because I was being really cautious and like, you know, taking enemies real smooth, and I think we only died like 3 or 4 times leading up to the bosses, and then I just died like 100 times getting the remaining items that I had missed, and etc. Like I said earlier in the stream here, off screen I killed the Alpha Wolf. Not the boss form of it, but if you fight it early, you can get it down to like half health and then it leaves. And that gives you... what does it give you? That gives you 3 large Titanite shards. So that's kind of, you know... Wee Titanite shards, you know. Would have preferred maybe a slab, I don't know. I read there are 3 slabs in the DLC. I've only received 1 so far, and I know, or I'm guessing, that you get another one from the crow guy after you defeat Frida. Oh. So, I guess being brave with this guy really is the best way to go. That is almost Bloodborne-y, that if you hit him right before he attacks rather than, you know, parry him specifically. Maybe it's just meant to be like a... Feeling brave? Brave enough to fight a dragon? Like, I don't know. Ah! Shit! Ah! The lunge. Oh my god, another lunge. Get backstabbed. Maniac. Oh. I don't like that he, of all people, with his infinite speed and fucking throwing knives, can hyper armor through my attacks. That's really frustrating. Oh my god, I just want to swoop right in, but the crow shits are all fuck you, man. Yeah. That's pretty well put, I think. God. Jeez. Axel is a hell of a time. Yeah, Guilty Gear Double X Accent Core plus R. What is even the plus R? These games have the weirdest friggin' titles. I guess Arc System Works just likes to have fun with their naming conventions. You know, honestly, it's probably just a joke on the Street Fighter tradition of expanding Street Fighter 2 100 times. But even then, I think it's just taken to the extreme. Ow. I'm glad I got that roll through that door. I was trying to place it just right, because if I got it wrong, I was going to be right back in that corner from a couple deaths ago. Ow. Oh. Ow. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. After he knocks you on the ground, he kind of scrapes his claw on the ground. You're like, okay, I'm going to get back up, and while he's preparing his next thing, I'll try and finish him. And he's like, no, I'm going to keep attacking. I'm going to go into another combo string that's going to take out the rest of your measly life bar. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Samurai Showdown 2 had cool camera zoom mid-fight. Did that happen in the Super Nintendo version? Because I don't think I remember that happening. Unless they did, if Mode 7 could do stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know if it could. Mode 7. But, arcade version I could see, definitely. And actually, didn't Art of also do that? Or one of the early SNK fighting games? They did a lot with, like, the camera stuff to add emphasis to, like, action. Which is kind of cool. It's very cinematic. Sort of angle to their fighting games. Ow. Okay, now I want to get the hell out. Yeah. At least I'm recognizing it. Ow. Yeah, that is the most hilarious thing he does. He just sticks his arms out. I'm gonna fly now. Get ready to see me fly. Okay. Let's give ourselves every advantage available, because I've been kind of not so far. Oh boy. That rapier is just all over the place. Just all over the damn room. See, this is the problem, too. He is not that much more endurant than the Freddy Krueger guy. I don't know why I've been having this much trouble with him. It's just he kept dodging away, and every hit he did... Anyways, we're done. Oh god, I'm happy. I'm happy to be done with that. So, anyways, the thing that I wanted to show was that if you are not kindled, from what I read in this church, you're supposed to be able to go behind something and become kindled. So I'm gonna try and figure that out now. I don't know where or how or why. Maybe we have to bow. Maybe this isn't proper bowing. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? What exactly does Tears of Denial do? If you recall Denial from Dark Souls 2 in the Sunken King DLC or Second Chance, it's the same as Denial in Dark Souls 2. You get one extra hit after your health drops to 0. It basically sets you at 1. In Demon's Souls, it was a lot nicer with Second Chance because you Blah, blah, blah. Because you actually got half your life back after your health went to 0. So it gave you a whole extra half of your health bar, your total health pool. Which is a little bit ridiculous, maybe, so it's understandable. They just made it like, alright, you get 1 extra hit and then you're done. But I just like it because it always saves me from those really heavy-hitting attacks. It gives you a little extra staying power. Pray, maybe? Gives you a chance to drop ones. Yeah, drop to 1 instead of 0. It's not a chance, it's a set thing. Like, if you have it, it's just, you're gonna get it, but... I don't know exactly what to do. They said behind the... I thought they said behind the altar there. Maybe they mean behind the chapel? Or... I don't know. If not that, maybe you have to defeat the boss before it becomes activated. I don't know. I just read this thing, and so I wanted to test it out because it sounded really interesting. But maybe I'm doing it wrong. Probably I'm doing it wrong. Cool. Okay. So there's actually nothing on this room. Just a guy in a hole. I'm gonna get you. Get out of there! Crow man hiding in the well. It's just, I distinctly remember it said about, going behind where the priest would be. I don't... Is there there's no confessionary in there. I thought I read about a confessionary thing, like, you go on the other side. I don't remember. I don't know. You'd think a prompt would appear, though. I would think that would have to happen for whatever, you know, I'm looking for to occur. You'd have to get a prompt. So this... all this... Let me read up on it. No, yeah, like I said, Phoenix Tears, it is a set thing. It's not an RNG based. It is basically, if sturdy is you stay alive for an extra hit when you would have died. Or like, I like to compare it to Alien Soldier. In Alien Soldier, you can't die until you've dropped to 1 health. So the game always gives you that extra hit before you die, so you can, you know, maybe pull it out if you manage to go flawless fight from that point forward. Ashes of Ariandel Kindling Church. Lord. Oh yeah, people were calling Father Ariandel All-Father Lloyd. I don't know if that's legitimate or not. I don't know yet, because I haven't gotten like any souls or item descriptions to tell me one way or another, but that's been like a big thing people have been on about. Yeah, I guess it could be true, you know. Ariandel secret details. Secrets. Secrets. There's secret areas. If anybody else has any way of knowing, I'm trying to figure out. Let's see where this is. Crossbreed Priscilla. What about Crossbreed Priscilla? I think this is just going over the place that we got to earlier in the stream. It's showing, yeah, her arena and all that. It is a fun detail. I like that, you know, you get to see the spot. They took the plunge there. No, I'm not finding it. I swear I found a specific thing about this church. So Ariandel, Kindle in the church. Kindle in the church. Here we go. 10 cryptic details worth checking out. This is the article I was reading earlier. And it says... most of these are pretty obvious, but this particular one we want to find. Get enkindled on the church pulpit. This strange secret is available in the locked church up the hill path in the Corvian settlement. The church is impossible to miss. The chosen undead must cross the roof to reach the archive, but there's something inside this church. We're not just talking about magic spells. Using the windows, it's possible to drop down onto the church rafters. Down below, there are 2 deadly Corvian creatures that guard the church interior. The Way of the White Corona spell is found on a corpse kneeling before the altar, but there's something unique about this altar. Stand behind the altar, traditionally where the priest will stand, and your chosen undead will enkindle. We don't quite understand the secret, why enkindle here, but we'll still take a free enkindling, even if it's a surprise. So this is where we should be. We're not enkindling, though. And they don't mention a specific thing you have to do. They just say, if you stand behind the altar, then you will enkindle. It means here, right? Or does it mean here? I don't know. I thought it was going to be a cool thing. It's not working for us right now, though, so maybe there's something more specific to it. Maybe you need to be Way of White. I don't think that would be the case, because there is no Way of White. Why wouldn't they serve a Warrior of Sunlight, huh? Huh? Way of... Warrior of Sunlight not good enough for you? Gotta have your Way of White circlets and your silly business? Oh well. I gave it a look. I thought it would be a neat thing, but can't figure it out. It must... maybe it activates later. Maybe we gotta fight the All-Father. All-Father, full of grace. The Frida is with thee. Okay. What do you say we go and fight them? I feel like going after Ariandel. Or actually, you know what? I don't know. I'll do it once. I want to see if there's any dialogue that we get from Gale if we summon him for the second phase. More health equals summon aid. Oh yeah, being kindled, the points, you get a little extra health and you can summon people for fights. Although, actually, I think in this case, I don't know if you have to be kindled to summon Gale. It seems like he might always be there. I guess we'll find out when we get to the spot. Yeah, his is always active, because we're not kindled right now. This phantom will be summoned later at a separate location. Summon Slave Knight Gale. Be summoned later at a separate location. Got it.
Leave us be, Ashen One. Sweep all thought of us from thy mind, as thy kind always have.
Flame flickering once again. Not enough blood yet shed. My flail. Bring me my flail. Ah, Frida. What stops thine ears? Please, my flail, right away.
Let's take a close look at him. Okay, so One Arm, you were asking about this earlier. And since we don't have to start the fight until we talk to him, I can get a good look at this before we even fight. The queen, let there be happiness. What do you mean it's a queen? Let's see what this is. Oh! There's a woman's face. Is that a snake? That's a snake's body. Could this be Donald's hideous spouse, maybe? Something relating to... Wow, that's really weird. Yeah, that's like a snake skin wrapped around. Is that a person? Is she petrified? It's got like the Corvian kind of fur going on. But I don't know if that's a statue or if that's a... Doesn't really... I don't know. That's really interesting. What the hell? That is so strange. Do you guys have any... notice it has rope connecting the tail segments. How do you mean? Rope connecting the tail segments? I mean, I see a rope up here around her. Connecting the tail segments. That's just, that looks like... It looks like a snake skin shedding. You know? So she's like a naga, sort of a thing. Oh, that is weird. Do you think that could be foreshadowing something for later? I don't know what. I have no idea. But is there any goddess associated with snakes in this lore? It is wacky. It looks like there are segments, like it's stuffed almost, you know? Oops, didn't mean to use that. But yeah, this right here, that almost looks like a segmented... It looks like it could be a statue's tail made to look like, you know, so that it can be posed this way. So those would be like cylinder blocks that would allow it to pose like a Sammy the Snake or something. That's what this is. It's a very morose Sammy the Snake. I don't know, but that is weird. I thought it was just like cross-legged, but no, that's a snake woman. Which, what is a snake woman doing here? If anything, you'd think you'd have, you know, Corvians and the Crow people. You'd have something more Velka related. We look in the bottom of this. The Lord Vessel, you can kind of see it's... I guess it's been doused with blood. Because it looks like you have some burn marks there, but there's also darker, kind of blackened bits that look the way... either charred or with blood. Alright. Alright. What if it's Ocelot? Huh. What could you possibly fear? After all, you are born a child of dragons. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. what I'm thinking too is in terms of snake imagery in the games, a lot of it is tied to hollows, actually. Snake that could have been but never was a dragon, fallen foes. Creatures of great avarice, devouring prey even larger than themselves by swallowing them whole. I don't know if one of these mentions it. But I think that maybe not in this game even. Maybe it's in Dark Souls 1 or 2. But I think one of those rings states some connection to serpents being symbols of the undead, or of hollows, that they were, dragons born without arms and legs, or something that could have been but never was a dragon. All these kind of interesting comments made about them, but I don't know. She's the patron saint of snakes. That's what it is. Looks a lot like the Lord Vessel. Yeah, I think there's definitely intention in the Lord Vessel imagery there, because I think he's asking the flame of this world to